Ladies and gentlemen, the Don't Blink main event live, worldwide, exclusively on DAZN is scheduled for 12 rounds and will be for the WBO Heavyweight Championship of the World. Let's now welcome to the scale the challenger. From Greenwich, London, England, his professional record, 22 wins, 3 defeats, 21 of his 22 wins come by way of knockout. Here is the always dangerous former IBF heavyweight champion of the world, known as Triple D, Daniel Dynamite Dubois!
I can do the adjustment, and I need to deliver the track for it.
I'm the challenger, Triple D, Daniel Dynamite Dubois! And now let's welcome to the scale the defending world champion from Ipswich, England, undefeated, 20 wins. He has 1 draw, 19 of his 20 wins come by way of knockout. Tomorrow, in his first world title defense, here is the hard-hitting, reigning and defending WBO Heavyweight Champion of the World, Daniel $242.2 for the defending world champion, Daniel, we welcome you to the cauldron, please. And now, Fabio, we welcome you to the cauldron, please.
Welcome to the cauldron. You boys have got to be junior in the for a little bit. I'm sure you're known for that being much one up the face and put up with me. This fight has the potential of being one of the best heavyweight fights on these shores for a long time. We've got all the ingredients. 2 British fighters fighting for a world title in British rings, British fans.
Yeah, one of these.
There are you. Someone's getting knocked out, battered to submission. Whilst we have this moment to share, let's have a look at chat.
Oh, what's your foot?
Your first defence, world title. It's a voluntary defence. Your mandatory was Moses' opponent. Why'd you pick Daniel? Is it an easier night's work for you?
I'm not known for picking easy night's work. I'm known for picking the best, biggest challenges out there. Before Daniel was Joseph Parker, and after him, once I'm done with him, I'll be picking the best names out there as well.
Daniel, which Daniel Dubois we're going to get tomorrow night? Are we going to get the Daniel Dubois strode into Wembley Stadium, straight into Joshua? Or are we going to get the Daniel Dubois? Some people say turn up against Alexander Usyk.
No, I'm ready to seek and destroy, you know. I'm ready to turn up, man. I'm on it.
Fabulous. When you look at Daniel, what do you see? Do you see a fearsome opponent, or do you see someone that folds when it comes on top? Before you answer, let me say what you said to me a few months ago on TalkSport. You said, if I get on top of him, get in his face, make him feel that what he's doing isn't working here, and quickly snowball. And you've gone on to say recently that your mentality runs at a 10, and his varies from a 2 to a 7. What are you facing?
I think that's the question, isn't it? What am I facing here? I think we'll find out on Saturday night, because I stand by those words. It does vary. He does change from a 2 to a sometimes 6, 7, 8, 9, whichever. And in some performances he has done well. But you take the Usyk, for example, he hasn't done well. You take the Kevin Lerena fight, for example. He didn't do well in that one either. Like, yeah, okay, he come out and got the win. But there was multiple times in that fight where he was taking knees without even being touched. Didn't take a punch, didn't take nothing on the chin, just went down and took a knee, and yeah, okay, and he showed some and came back around and got the win. But look, once you've opened that door, once you've shown that bit of your character, all that leaves is space for people like me to expose it.
You got any reaction to that, Daniel?
I'm just, talking's done now, I'm just ready for war.
A couple of things in common, 3 things in common. Professional career started on the same date. You both got 95% knockout rates, but both of you were elevated to world title level, or world title status. He, I would imagine, got his validation against Anthony Joshua. Is he your validation?
Yeah, and look, our circumstances are slightly different. I was elevated a week or 2 after having the fight. Like, it could have just very easily been put on the line if Alexander Usyk wasn't holding on to the belt. But for me, this is the all-crowning, all-coming together moment of hearing and still in the ring, having that belt handed to me, being awarded, having my hand raised on the night.
Daniel, Parker, Hooney, Clark is not Usyk, Joshua, and Hergovich. How big a step up are you for him?
Let's see what he's got.
I've just read off the last 3 fights that kind of cement your reputation as it sits today in terms of the opposition that you fought. Do any of those fights prepare you for a Daniel Dubois?
All of them fights prepare me for a Daniel Dubois in a different reason or another. Like, don't get me wrong, okay, none of them guys maybe punch as hard as Daniel, but they have other attributes that are better than his. Someone like Joseph Parker, for example, has got more experience and I managed to beat him. Justice Hooney is quicker hands, quicker movement, quicker with his feet, and I managed to beat him. There's people who have had different or better skill sets than Daniel in particular areas, and I've managed to get past them.
Who specifically?
Justice Hooney, for example, was a better boxer than Daniel. He has better hands, he has combinations to put together, his footwork is better. Joseph Parker, for example, the run he was on prior to me beating him is better than the run that Daniel's been on. Like, you can't mark that.
Let me ask you, you've shown you've got a good chin. Use the words, but understand the meaning. If you hang your chin in the way you did against Hooney and Parker, against Daniel Dubois, you're in trouble.
Maybe, but maybe not. He was landing shots to the tee on Joe Joyce and they didn't have no effect. He's had plenty of
Long time ago,
but what, has he come on? Has he suddenly put on 20 kg of mass? Is he suddenly punching 50% harder? Like, there's not a lot in there. There's fights he's gone through. Philip Hergovich, for example, and don't get me wrong, he was pinging him all night and he did cut him up, but he didn't stop him. Joe Miller stopped him with, what, 5-10 seconds to go on the clock? Don't get me wrong, he is a big puncher, but he hasn't absolutely concussed everyone he's been in the ring with.
Daniel, you're in your standards. Your professional record, despite what he says, has bigger names on it. We know that your amateur record, because he hasn't got one, is stellar. We've got your trainer talking about this as an easy day's work to me a couple of months ago. And we've got rumours that you put him to sleep in Spa. This is a perfect fight for you. This is an easy night's work, isn't it?
No, I'm ready for a fight. I've trained hard. I'm ready for more. Go, man. The talking's done now. Let's fight.
That's good. That's good. One of the things that opposite fact is the observation that you're lucky. He's made this. When you look at the career paths that you've both taken, who do you think's had the more challenging career to get to where you are today?
Him, obviously.
It's hard because I'm not going to discredit the achievements that Daniel's had and the opponents he's gone against and the people he has built. Like if you want to talk about that back end or that top 1% at the end of the division, he has faced more of those guys and he has beaten more of those guys. I will give him that credit.
Elite level fighters.
He has, 100%. But that is no bearing or no sway on this fight. It's not going to change anything on the night. You can't bring all that in with him. You can't bring his record in the ring with him. It's only me and him once that bell goes.
Daniel, he's unbeaten, you know, and we talked about the quality of opposition he's been in, but he's unbeaten. You've been beaten 3 times by a generation of great non-titles. If you lose to Fabio, that you've done at this level.
I've got to take his own and that's it. I've got to take his own and that's it.
Fabio, I know you're doing pretty good about yourself, but he's stepped in with Usyk twice. He fought him when he was a mandatory, and he fought him when he was a champion to unify. You've been cut high by Usyk. And in favour of a kickboxer. Right? Where does that put you in the great scheme of things?
I don't know, does that make me worse or does it make me better? Who knows? If the great albeit Alexander Usyk is, some would say, taking a dive to stay away from me, then does that make me more scary or less scary than Daniel? Who knows? But it's a relevant comparison.
This is a question for both of you. You want to jump in if you want to.
No, I'm sure Daniel's got loads to say.
Don't be facetious. We've heard about landlords. Are either one of you two going to be landlords, or are you just squatters waiting for Moses Atone to come along and take possession?
One fight at a time. I get through this guy and then whoever else in there.
Yeah, look, one fight at a time.
Okay. Right. The potential squatters then. Fabio, you call him a bin man, and then you try to dress it up with a facetious sod as a compliment. Why'd you call him a bin man?
I'd ran out of good answers, I'll be honest with you. They asked me about 6 or 7 other fighters beforehand. I said Tyson Fury would go work at Butlins. I said Cesaro would be working with donkeys or something. Like, I ran out of good funny answers, so all I had left for him was a bin man. I don't know why it's upset him so much. I didn't say it was a bad job. A good, respectable job. My own coach. My own coach, by the way. My own coach, Robert Hodgins, was a bin man for 5 years. He's the man I love and respect.
Alright, so you meant that. Okay. Well, he could have come back and said, well, you were a recruitment consultant. Good job you got a job to go back to because I'm going to knock you back.
There you go. I wouldn't have been upset if I said that, though.
Daniel, before we bring this to conclusion, because I know you're getting itchy feet, if I'm at a loss tomorrow afternoon and I've got nothing better to do, is any parties at your house I can get an invite to? Right, fellas, before we round this off, let's have a look. There's been some polls run amongst the fans about how they see this fight going. But let's have a look at the statistics that we've got that illustrate how they think you boys are going to fare. Right, what we've got is 61% of people think Fabio Wardley is going to win this fight, 54% by knockout, 7% by points, 33% think Daniel, you're going to win, and 6% by points. So 87% of people think this fight is going to finish by knockout. I would think there's a pretty safe statistic of 95% knockout ratios between you two guys. We've got another poll which is ready to come up. Who's the biggest hitter? Fabio Wardley, 27%. Daniel Dubois, 73%. So Daniel, you're the biggest hitter. Before we conclude this cauldron, nearly gone, fellas. Have you got anything, this is the last time you're going to see one another before you step in the ring and get down to business. Have you got anything you want to say to one another, or any messages you want to say to the lucky viewing public that are going to see you two boys tomorrow?
Look, I'll echo the same sentiment I left off with the press conference yesterday, is that look, I hope he's in shape, I hope he's ready to go, I hope he's in the best shape of his life, I hope he's trained hard, the team have got the game down to a T, and I hope he's coming to bring a fight tomorrow, because everyone out here has given us a little taste of what the feeling's going to be like tomorrow night, and I think it's going to be even better once we get in that arena. So I'm looking to deliver a big night for the fans, and I can only hope he is too.
I'm ready to fight, man. I'm gonna put him to sleep tomorrow.
Can we get the two boys in the face off? In the face off? I'll take it. Fabio Wardley versus Dubois, WBO Heavyweight Championship live on this one. And coming to
This is it. Hey, aye.